Right now I'm actually on YouTube, and I just wanted to talk about the Splatoon 3 reveal trailer, or the release date trailer, and because like there are some things I noticed in here, and I just really want to talk about them. It's a lot like the Izuka that was in the first Splatoon. It looks like you just kind of shoot like some big bombs at people. But there's a even more interesting special right here. It seems to be canceling people's aim. And this special looks really good. And I think it will be especially helpful for modes like Rainmaker, because maybe if someone's shooting at the person holding the Rainmaker, you can use that to cancel their attacks on the Rainmaker and then shoot it at them. And assuming that it, gives damage to the people not only that you're shooting at, but the people around them, the ink will explode, so it'll probably kill them as well. So that's really nice. And then you have this. So the bow and arrow, or whatever it's going to be called, I'm just going to call it a bow for now, is very interesting. It definitely looks like it's going to be difficult to use because, like, some people compare it to the squiffer, which is interesting, but it looks like you're going to need to... It almost reminds me of the bamboozler more than the squiffer. And I think it's going to be difficult to use, but I feel like if someone gets good at it, it's going to be a really powerful weapon. Then we have this special over here, which is so cool. Like, okay, this will be just so good for like every single mode, like especially Clan Blitz, because then you can just run around, go to the net, and then kill people, and then maybe your teammates can come and then throw in the clams. That is just really good. Then there's this special, which kind of resembles the baller in my opinion. And then you see it stops, and you don't seem to have that much time with it. I think you have less time than with the baller, but it's definitely more powerful in my opinion. You definitely have much more control of where you're going. The baller kind of, since it's a ball and kind of like a hamster thing, you kind of move around, and then sometimes when you slow down or try to stop, it doesn't stop right away. So this kind of does do that, so you do have more control, but it seems that you have less time, and you are also moving pretty slowly. So I'm looking forward to using that though, as someone that really liked the baller in Splatoon 2. I think this will be really fun to use. Then there's this, which is very interesting to me. So this special looks like the ink strike, except in the first game you could basically put it anywhere on the map from what I know of. The thing is, you had 3 now, which almost sounds more powerful, but the nerf to it is that you can't just put it anywhere on the map. You can only throw it in your range, which I think is a lot better, because you can't just, yeet it at someone's spawn anymore. So basically, you throw a bomb, and wherever you throw it, it explodes. So you're basically planting a nuclear bomb. Yeah, that is very interesting. I like that a lot. The interesting thing about this special though is how, the specials before are quite similar to it, like the ink strike. I'm not sure exactly how it works, but it seems like it had more range and it was a bit less noticeable, because like it would just be standing somewhere and then you have something on your back and then shoot it somewhere. But with the booyah bomb, you came up in the air, you could hear it going, and then you just threw it somewhere. But with this one, you throw like 3 bombs, and hopefully those bombs are pretty noticeable, kind of like the booyah bomb was noticeable. So hopefully it's not too overpowered and too stealthy, so you can at least run away from it. Now, for me, this is the most intimidating part of the entire trailer. So as you can see, this person's running up. And then that roller right there just threw a sub. Hey, it's Future Me here, and this video was actually recorded like pretty soon after the trailer came out. And you know, after a while more information came out, and I've heard some people say that this is actually a special and not a sub, and I thought that it was a sub. I've heard some people say that it was a sub, and just, you know, the way it looks and everything made me think that it was a sub weapon, but I may be wrong on that, so this might actually be a special weapon, so you can ignore what I'm saying here because it might not actually be true. What the heck? Do you see that? They just planted there almost like a beacon, and then the thing shot up. And then when they went over there, there was a shield. That is so intimidating because at first I thought that it was a special weapon. But I think the roller has another special. I don't really remember seeing it. But I think they have another special. And they use it like a sub. So that is very intimidating. I heard that you have to shoot the top thing in order to get rid of that shield, which I think it will be very annoying. But I think it's somewhat fair. It will probably be like the equivalent of canceling a splashdown. You can do it if you have enough time and if you get used to aiming that high up in the small amount of time you have before the person probably starts attacking you. So, you know, that's intimidating, but we'll probably be able to get used to it. And then there's this very interesting sub-weapon. And if you notice, this is the base model Spider Shot Pro. So, kind of in Splatoon 2, the first Spider Shot Pro, the base model, you have the point sensor, and this is kind of like that, except it shoots straight and goes to anything behind it, from what it looks like. So that is very interesting. I'm not sure if that's better or worse than the one we have now, because it's a huge circle, but I think it's a lot more visible, the one that we have right now. So this is a lot more stealthy, and I think it probably takes some work to get used to. Then there's this special, okay? Let's look at that again. It looks like they use these things, and it traveled with them to the closest person, and then shot at them, and that is very interesting. It almost reminds me of actually a sub in Ninjala. You know, that seems like it would be very helpful. Ah, and it turns around to other people too. And I think it might have given them some damage. And that sub weapon right there is very interesting. So I think that's coming from the bow and arrow. Oh yep, and then you can see them shooting at the thing at the top. And that also shows that we're gonna be having a lot more levels in these maps in Splatoon 3, because a lot of these things, like, you know, that sub right there, we're gonna need to be able to find another way other than shooting up in order to actually, you know, get rid of that shield. So it looks like we're gonna be having a lot of levels maps. Oh! I just realized something. That was not the sub weapon. That was the weapon, I think. So I think they were holding it, and then it did that. And then it like went there and then exploded next to them. I don't really know what we're gonna need to look at the bow and arrow sub weapon again. See? Okay, look, they have the same thing that the gal has, and this does not look like that. It looks like it almost reminds me of toxic mist. So that's what it does. Did you see that over here? So that's how it shoots. So it looks like it's definitely gonna take some getting used to. But I feel like once people learn how to use it, it's gonna be really, really annoying. And I also want to talk about the slosher, because I think all of us know that in Splatoon 2, when with the slosher, like, they kill basically anything near it, and that's what was always so annoying to me. Of course, you're gonna have easier to use weapons, but there's zero aiming with that weapon. You just go wherever. I guess the same can be said with certain rollers like the Dynamo, but that at least is slow, where you need to actually strategize your timing. But this, like, there's no strategy really. But with this, it looks like they fixed that, and it looks like it's going more straight where they're actually swinging, so that's really good. Now let's talk about the end screen, because I think we kind of looked through everything basically. First of all, you can see that their fur is more fuzzy now, which I'm not sure there's a story to that or not. And I would like to point out a couple of things in this alone. So everyone noticed these numbers. Some people think that you can put your Discord on your name now, which it sounds cool, but I feel like it's too good to be true. I kind of doubt they would do that. But I feel like it has to do with some sort of ranking system. I'm not sure what they would be ranking, but I feel like it's ranking something. And we have titles, so Southpaw Champ, 3rd Gen Ringleader, and the most interesting, Faithful Seaside Superfan. So I'm guessing that's a new band, either a new band or the possible idols of this game. I did notice a lot throughout this game that it's there's a lot more rock music, and it seems like the music in the games kind of reflect, you know, the music around the idols, if you know what I mean. So it seems like most of the music is kind of the same. So I'm guessing the band, or the people, the idols that we're going to be seeing are rock bands, or they are a rock band, and hopefully they are a band. I doubt it's going to be just 2 people, and I think it's going to be maybe 4 or something. Also, the Now or Never has multiple voices in it. It's not just one person anymore. And it's coming September 9th, 2022. So, also, I was surprised, kind of, that it's coming so late, I guess. Most people thought it would be coming in July. Some people even thought they'd push it forward to March, which I didn't think they were going to, but some people did. And a lot of people say that it was delayed, but it technically still is coming in summer, but it isn't. I doubt they planned it for it to come in September. I think they probably wanted it to come in June or July, maybe August, but it's coming in September. So they also might push it forward, kind of like Xenoblade. I feel like they're starting to give themselves more time and push it back farther than they think it will actually take to come out, and then maybe push it forward. Because Xenoblade, they pushed it sooner, so they might actually do the same with this. I'm not sure though. I also want to point out these different designs underneath their names and stuff. So we might actually be able to change that and stuff. I also didn't notice that it's called Eel Tail Valley, so that's interesting. And the area around it seems to still look like a city and stuff. So this overall is just very, very interesting. You can see we have a lot more clothing options. I really love these boots. There's just a lot of new stuff, and I just wanted to make this video looking at some of the stuff that I noticed. I'm really looking forward to this game and playing it on YouTube. Hopefully you guys can join me on the journey of looking through everything. There's just a lot of new stuff. So one last thing actually is we still have Booyah in this way, and to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed because Booyah this way I think is a necessity. I think those are good things that we have. But I want more options. These two are empty. We don't use the other two spaces in this game at all. So I do really wish that they would use those spaces for maybe behind you, or like something like that, where you can actually communicate a bit more, because you never really know what's going on unless you're actually talking to someone. This way does help, but it's not really enough to actually strategize without a chat of some sort, and I don't want to talk to people. So I feel like it would be better if they just gave us more options. They still can. They still have the time, and we still don't even have the test fire. So once they do the test fire, and they ask what we think, we might be able to recommend some changes, and that might happen, and I hope it does, because I feel like we do need more communication in the game, especially for things like ranked and everything. And we still don't have a ranked playthrough, and I'm really looking forward to that, or at least playing it yourself. So yeah, that's all. I just wanted to make this video and talk about the things that I noticed. I think it will be a really fun game, and I still don't even know what the rollers special is, but I think it's the same as some other weapons. So also, I would like to say that this is one match. 8 weapons. We're not seeing everything, so there are still updates coming, and there's so many more things that they can actually do with the game over time. So that's all. Just wanted to make this video. I'll see you guys next time. If you liked the video, I would appreciate it if you gave it a thumbs up, and if you like most of my videos, I would appreciate it if you subscribed. And I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.